Hey everybody, I bet you guys want to know what's in here. This is going to be insane. Are you guys ready? All right, I'm going to open it up. Let's get this out of the way here. So, hey everybody, Omar here, your Edge South Africa guy, coming at you with a knife video. So what have I got in this box? Let's take a look. It's from Kershaw, right? We got a warning label. Look at that. Ooh, warning. And as you guys can see, it's an automatic knife. Which one have I got? It's going to be insane, guys. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Let me pull it out here. Let's check this bad boy out, man. This is the Kershaw. If I can open it up. This is the Kershaw Livewire. Sweet. Let's get all this crap out of the way and let's just look at this guy. Solo. I'm going to do a few size comparisons. I'm going to put this over here because this wood here is disgusting. Yeah. We'll do a couple of size comparisons. I only got a couple of knives. I just want to give you guys a quick look at the, at this knife real quick here. So this is an OTF out the front. I don't know if you guys are familiar with out the fronts. This is my very first venture. So I broke cherry with this knife. I have deployed a ton of OTFs, but I've never owned one. Reason, I live in Washington. It sucks, and they are actually illegal for you to own in Washington State. But I got, and you can't even buy them on every website, because some of the websites, very, very careful of who they sell to. If they find out that, you live in a state that doesn't allow out the front knives, and they won't sell them to you. In other words, you can actually go through the entire process of purchasing the knife, and then what they're going to do is they're going to not allow you to finish out the purchase because they found out that you live in Washington State. I mean, it totally sucks, but that's just the way it is, and there's nothing anybody can do, and that's just the way the world works. So anyway, I was real excited to get this one because I've heard a lot of great positive reviews on this. So why don't we go ahead and check out the knife overall. What we have here is, and I just want to give you guys a quick overview of it. What we have here is an out the front knife. The specs on this, I don't currently have, but you can certainly look that up on the internet. Probably check out the Kershaw website or Blade HQ. I just wanted to do my quick take on this. What we have here is let me go ahead and deploy it so you guys can see, because I know everybody's been waiting for that. What we have here is a 3.3-inch blade, okay, premium steel, CB20. See if I can show you that. Yeah, it's got sort of a spear point blade there, sort of a nice stone wash finish. I know it's kind of hard to see that in the light. Made in the USA. It's got the little American flag there, and the action on this real nice. Pops out really, really nice. The knife is designed by Matt Diskin. Price for this knife is about $220. Really well done knife for an OTF. All aluminum scales. Okay. Really just super nice. It's got a really nice deep pocket carry clip that's sort of angled, so when you pop this in your pocket, the knife completely disappears in your pocket. You're not even going to see it. I don't know if you guys are familiar with out the front knives or how they operate, but a lot of people think this is probably a really, really dangerous knife, but ironically, this is probably one of the safest knives to deploy, and the reason that is because when you're deploying it, your hand will never ever touch the blade because the operation is right here, right? Unlike a traditional folder, you know, you pop it open, right? And then what happens is you close the liner lock, and then you got to get your finger out of the way, right, to close it. And then you're fine. So for like a little bit there, you may have gotten yourself in some danger. But with an OTF, I mean, it's quite ironic, but with an OTF, my hand doesn't even touch the blade at all. I just hit the button to close it, and then hit the button again, it opens up. I mean, and no one's hand ever gets in the way. If you're thinking with an OTF, it could still be pretty dangerous, because what if it accidentally opens in your pockets? That's not going to happen. The reason that is because the mechanism of this knife is so strong. Okay, if you've never opened an OTF before in your life, it's going to take you a few minutes to get used to doing this, because the spring to open the knife is real strong. I mean, really, really strong. There's no way you're going to be able to, this thing will ever accidentally open in your pocket. It's just a real hard, tight, pull back and push out motion. But you'll get used to it, and then it will get easier. Even myself, as someone who's deployed a lot of these knives but never owned them, I still needed some practice time. The other thing is that there's a fail-safe feature on this knife. And I'm not going to do it, if you accidentally, if there's something blocking, I'm not going to use my hand, but if there's something blocking the opening of the OTF, what will happen is it will eject. It will notice that it hits something like my hand or a box or something, and it's sort of pressure sensitive. So what happens is the blade will hit the object as you're deploying it, if you're trying to block it, and then the blade will disengage, and the blade will pop back and stick out to about that much. What happens is you just take the blade, pull it out, and then it'll reset itself, and then you're good to go again. You'll be able to, pop open and close. There's a few things about an OTF everybody should know, and this is for all OTFs with the exception of one OTF that I know of, and that is the Deadlock by G&G Hawk. With an OTF, maybe you guys might not like this, but there's going to be a little bit of blade play in there. As I sit here and do and kind of touch the knife a little bit up and down, side to side, there's a little bit of blade play, but it's very, very minimal. In fact, this is the most minimal that I've ever felt on any OTF. I mean, Microtechs have them, Protechs have them. It's just the nature of the way the knife was designed. It doesn't mean that it's not a good knife, but it's the only way that this knife can operate with such great speed, I guess. But other than that, I mean, the action is really great on that. Like I said, it is really hard to kind of push back and push out and push back, but after a while you'll get used to it. And the button is designed so that you can get comfortable with it. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of jimping on the button, on the switch here. A little bit of jimping, sort of before and right up at the top, and then of course in the middle. That's where your hand would stop, and that middle part where it kind of elevates like a little mountain, that's going to keep your hand from sort of accidentally having your hand kind of go up on the top there for a little bit. So there, an OTF is a new way, or a new sort of something you got to get used to. One thing about OTFs that you don't see too often is ergonomics doesn't really come into play with a knife like this. They're all sort of slender and rectangular. However, Kershaw, making the Kershaw Livewire, they have done some sort of contouring to the aluminum scale to make it comfortable in your hand. So they definitely had some serious thought when they put it into this knife. So basically, my opinion with the Kershaw Livewire is that they basically took like all the positive and negatives of every ProTech, every Microtech, every OTF out there, and kind of just tried to sort of take the best of the best and put it into this knife so that you get the best experience overall. If this were to be your very first OTF, really just super nice. So since I don't have specs, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. I only got 2 knives, guys, so I just wanted to let you guys see the size of this thing. So let's go ahead and do that. And I don't have very many knives you guys will be familiar with because I am a custom knife collector. So first off, we're going to use the Benchmade I forgot the name of this knife all of a sudden, but this is a Benchmade carbon fiber. It's going to come to me in a minute. If it doesn't, I apologize. So, yeah. There it is up against this one here. I don't know if you guys can tell that, again, angles. But this knife is basically half the size of it. And then, yeah, so there you go. So it's half the size. Why can't I remember the name this time? If somebody out there is watching and you're watching live, please remind me the name of this knife because my mind just went blank and I can't remember. And then, of course, I also have the more familiar knife that's been around for like a decade, maybe even longer, the ZT-0562. All right. So there you have it. It's actually about the same size as the 0562. This is 3.3 inch blade, so it's slightly smaller. This is 3.5. I don't know if you can see that at this angle. But yeah, so there you go. So much for size comparisons. I can't really remember the name of this one off the bat. I can't believe my mind just went blank. So yeah, if you're looking to get an OTF and you've never owned one of these, I highly recommend this one. Ask them because you go on websites and you want to get an OTF, and everybody's sort of intrigued with the Microtechs and the Ultratechs and all those. And I think what Kershaw did here was really fantastic. They're giving you the best of every OTF. I think probably what we'll see in the future, I'm hoping we'll see a ZT version of an OTF sometime soon. Why this one wound up as a Kershaw knife instead of a zero tolerance knife? Probably because of the launch series of knives, so it kind of fits in with that group of automatic knives, and yeah, really, really sweet. And like I said, they made the ergonomics on this really sort of quite comfortable, even though it doesn't seem to stray from the normal rectangular look of a lot of the OTFs. They still went out of your way to have sort of some curves and some sort of ergonomic design so that when you're holding the knife, it feels quite comfortable. And, ironically, where the curves are, your hand just kind of naturally knows my middle finger goes here and my index finger goes here. And then I got the third part. And it does feel your hand nice and neat. So when you're using it, you'll be more and more... your hand will get more and more used to it. The pocket clip on this is just fantastic because you're not going to be able to see the knife once it's in your pocket. It actually rides really nice and deep there. There's the 2 screws on the knife right there. They did a really beautiful job of designing it. All these little sort of textures and like jimpings on the knife, they're all calculated to give you the best comfortable grip when you're using it. So they really put a lot of thought process in this one. So I think this is the perfect time for Kershaw to come out with their own OTF after so many years. The only great surprise you're going to have with this is the fact that they put it out in premium steel, CB20. You know, Kershaw is not known for doing, you know, premium steels. That's why they came out with the ZT line back in 2012 to handle all of the high-end, you know, premium steel knives, titanium knives that everybody was kind of hungry for at, you know, when knife collecting was at its height, you know, back in the day, and Kershaw kind of realized it, and that's why they came out with the ZT line. I'm really kind of hoping we will see a titanium version of this. It's probably going to be way up there in price. I'm probably hoping that it won't be, but, you know, if they do, you know, it's just the way it works, right? So, yeah, definitely consider getting one of these if the knife is legal in your state. I got this one off of the Kershaw Guy, and I want to let you guys know, if you go on the Kershaw Guy website now, they still have some of these available. You can pick this one up for about $220. It's a buy. I guarantee you're going to love this, man. When you get one of these in your hand, you're absolutely going to love it. You'll be sitting there, you know, flipping this thing all day long. Even if you're a lefty or a righty, makes no difference. I mean, I'm actually a right-handed guy, but what's ironic is, to me, it feels more comfortable popping it in my left hand, just because I've been using it with my right hand all day long, and, you know, with my left, it's just as comfortable, maybe even a little easier to pop open and close. So, yeah, I'm real happy I bought this thing. I've always wanted an out the front. I've never gotten one. I've deployed tons of them in stores and checking out friends' knives and just going, man, I wish I could have one. You know, going on websites every once in a while, unable to purchase one, and now I'm able to get one. And yeah, I mean, the action is just spectacular on this. See, I'm telling you, like right now, my hand is kind of tired from doing it. You know, so it takes a little, there you go, a little easier, open and closing. Yeah, definitely want to be something, you know, you're going to want to consider getting if you're into OTFs. This one's a really good one. There are a ton of videos on this knife already, so if you don't like my video on this knife, because I'm only talking about it in the sense that I'm excited that I bought it and purchased it, you know, yeah, there are tons more videos out there on this knife where people are talking about it. Like I said, I mean, I'm just doing it because I wanted to show it off, not so much give you guys anything particularly educational or, you know, over the top. So, anyway, yeah, the Kershaw Livewire OTF, available at the Kershaw Guy .com. If he's run out, don't worry. Dave Anderson, the Kershaw Guy, when I asked him, because when I tried to purchase one before, about 6 weeks ago, I found out that they ran out, and I said, well, when are you going to get it some more? He says, I don't know. They just show up, and that's pretty much the deal with these is, you know, if they're on the website, you're going to want to go on the website and grab them real quick, because they're going to be gone. They're going to be gone. So anyway, this is Omar, your Edge of South Africa guy, presenting you with my very first out the front knife that's not a South African custom, for a change. Yeah, definitely check out the, you know, out the front Kershaw Livewire. Definitely love it. The model number on this, I don't know if you can tell from this camera angle, it's the 9000. Kershaw Livewire 9000. I don't know, man. I am just absolutely loving this thing. So that's it for me for this week anyway. I've got two knives that are coming next week. I'm hoping they're coming next week from South Africa, from Clyde Challenor. I have been waiting for my brand new Clyde Challenor custom Viper to come, and you're gonna, when you see that one, that's gonna be, I mean, really something. We're going to be doing a special 1 hour video on that Clyde Challenor knife just because it deserves it. And I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to get my custom knife. I can't wait to get it. It is a one-of-a-kind knife, so I really can't wait to present that. In the meantime, this is Omar, your Edge of South Africa guy, presenting you with a brand new knife from Kershaw. This knife has been out for about, I'm going to say, 3 months. Kershaw Livewire. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for all your support. I really just enjoy having fun sharing my knife collection with you guys as I go on my knife collecting journey, because I'm not going anywhere. I am a knife nut. And I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys have a fantastic weekend, and unfortunately it's really dreary here in Washington State today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.